Hello, just going to give you a quick video about the Historic Performance Indicator for TradeStation. This is just ShowMe that you can use for RadarScreen, chart analysis, and the scanner. In this video, we're going to focus on how to run a scan using this indicator. And you can basically use this to look at the historical performance of a stock or ETF or whatever from, for any kind of period during the year that you want, maybe January to May, late in the year, maybe September to December, a single day, whatever you want to look at. You can do it with this indicator, and this will give you a good history, show you historically what has happened, and give you some stocks that you can examine further if you want to. Let's see, we get the legal information here, and I would encourage you to pause the video and read through this. Basically, we're saying that we're not giving any type of financial advice. This is only intended for educational purposes, and it's up to you. It's fully your responsibility to get the information and to talk to the professionals that you need to so you can make good trading and investing decisions. Again, this is just informational. We're not giving any kind of recommendation to buy or sell anything here. So let's get going. Got the scanner pulled up in a TradeStation workspace. So let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and let's see, we'll insert a scan. I was just going to do just January through April, so I'm just going to call it Jan through April. And the scanner takes a while to run, so I'm just going to put a few stocks in so you can get an idea of how this works, but you'd probably want to look at a lot more stocks than I'm doing. So put in that. So that'll be our list, and then we'll come down here and we're going to look at the ShowMe. It's a ShowMe, so you want to come down here, Historic Performance, say OK. We're going to look at the criteria met field, and we want that to be true. And so we're also going to display just going to display the average that comes up here. So we'll say OK. This will be for display the average move, and then we'll also insert this and do the minimum move as well on display. So let's see, we'll come down here, 5 years worth of data basically. So January 1st, we'll make this April 30th, and we'll want to put the same number of days here. So we'll do that, and then we need to do the same thing for these as well. And do this. April 30th again is our endpoint. We're starting on January 1st. And then the amount of data. Say OK, then we say run. So you can see this will kind of give you a feel for how long it takes the scanner to do this. I'm doing this during the trading day. So for 6 symbols, this is probably going to take 2 or 3 minutes to run. And basically what it's going to do is go off and from that list of 6, it's going to look for the stocks that are over those past 5 years from the period of January 1st through April 30th. If they've had basically 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 of those periods, since we're looking at 5 years, we want to meet 75%. So we're looking for at least 75% of the time that it either moves up or down. And then if the average of all the up or down moves is at least 10%, we're going to get the stocks that meet that criteria listed here. So you can see it takes a little while for the scanner to run here. It's going to, it's basically pulling up all the historical data for those stocks. I usually run this maybe over, all the stocks maybe, or all the S&P 500, whatever I'm looking at. And I usually let it run overnight just because it takes a little bit of time for this to run. And so this usually gives me a good list of stocks that have moved in a particular direction for a particular time of the year. So it kind of helps make a watch list so you can get an idea of some things you want to look at if you want to make some trades or whatever your trading plan or whatever your whatever plan you follow to do that. Maybe this would help you to get some ideas of some stocks or ETFs to look at. So you can see it's still running there. It's about 1/3 of the way through, and let's see, hopefully this will get done a little bit. I think like I said, I've run this before and it took maybe 3 minutes or so for this to go through and work on these 6 stocks. Again, that's why I usually let it run overnight. And so let's see, okay, so it's done there, and we can see that American Express for the past 5 years, at least 75% of the time, it had a move in the positive that was at least 10%. So we can see the average was 16.98%, and the minimum move was 13.01% of those moves that moved up. So this is kind of a good one. This one seems fairly consistent, that there's a significant move in the first part of the year. And just to let you know, these titles, it just puts the indicator name. It doesn't put the actual plot name. And I think TradeStation's aware of that. I've sent in some info, and other people as well, that I've seen on some of the forums. So it sure would be nice if this would put the plot name, but right now it just puts the indicator name. So you kind of got to know the order that you put them in when you set this up. But this was our criteria met, so it's true. It passed the criteria. This is the average move of the moves that were in the same direction, and then this is the minimum of those moves. So you can see American Express was good. What's that? Boeing had a average move up. The min move was pretty small, so you can kind of see maybe there's a range here. Caterpillar, nice, almost 17%, 10% minimum move. So you can just see, and if you remember, we put Exxon in, and Exxon didn't meet the criteria, so it's not shown here. So 5 of the 6 stocks that we initially entered were successful as far as passing the criteria. So again, you could put these stocks maybe in a RadarScreen or on a chart analysis and get some more information, but the purpose of this video was just to show you how this looks in the scanner, and just to give you a quick idea of how to set it up. And download this, run it on a lot of stuff. You can whatever you want to do. I've got different times of the years, and I also look at it for just monthly. Like I'll do all 12 months, January, February, March, April, on through the end of the year, and just look and find things that move in each particular month as well. So whatever you can come up with, I'm sure you got a lot more ideas than I do. So download this and have fun with it. And if you have any questions, again, the second slide there that I showed had my email address on it. So send us an email if you have some questions. And thanks again for watching.